Hi, folks. This is Elgin Subway Surfer Bowling, and this is part 8 of Why I Hate Enter the Dragon. Please bear with me. We're almost done. We're almost done. Why I hate Enter the Dragon. It's a love-hate relationship, folks. I'm just trying to clear my head because I'm battling an allergy and chest cold and, well, just for those of you who are just tuning in, why I hate Enter the Dragon. Okay, so Williams in the last episode has just witnessed the death of all of Han's guards because something happened the night before that Han was pissed off about. We just witnessed Bruce Lee killing off O'Hara. So there's a lot of death that just happened within the course of maybe I'd say 20, 25 to 30 minutes, that everybody saw. And so this is what Williams has to deal with in his head going up to Han's office. And when he gets into the office, it's a tiny office and Han is sitting down. Now, I don't know if there's another chair there. I don't remember it from the movie, but if there was, in a situation like this, when you have the Grand Master, the boss, the head bottle washer, the HNIC, when he's just sitting there, you have to sit down also, hopefully lower than he is. What you don't do is stand over him with your head held high. At least come in with a spirit of humility. And like I said in a previous episode, Williams' fatal flaw is, I'm just gonna say this, gonna make me people mad. Black folks will understand what I mean. He had to come in there being black. I'm strong, I'm capable, I'm King Kong up here in this piece, I'm running this, and I got to be me. This is myself. You can be yourself, but read the room so that you can remain for many years being yourself. And Williams is about to learn a fatal lesson. I think he must have just thought about this before his demise. Okay. Now, I'm not giving away any Easter eggs. We've all seen Enter the Dragon. Okay, so we know how the movie plays out. So Williams comes in there, and Han starts off casual. I like the way Han's got a little, savoir-faire about him. He comes in there, he says, I'm going to finesse this. You fought well yesterday. Now, instead of saying thank you or something like that, here's what Williams does. All right. Han says, you fought well yesterday. Your style is unorthodox, but effective. It is not the combat. It is not the art, but the combat that you enjoy. The winning. Now right then and there, he just comes out with two kind of arrogant responses. You got to come out kind of humble. Well, you do the best you can through all those years of training. Yeah, so, I enjoy the fighting. Yeah, but I enjoy the art. But I really do, you're right. I really do enjoy the sparring aspect, the combat aspect of it. He could have finessed that more. But he's always got to be in charge somehow. And so, what I like about Han is the way he follows up with Williams. When Williams says this slick stuff, he says not the combat, not the art, but the combat you enjoy. He says the winning, and he says we are all prepared to win, Mr. Williams. Just as we are born only knowing life, it is defeat that you must prepare for. Now, at that point, the conversation is taking a little bit of a nasty turn. But Williams can't read the room. He refuses to read the room. He's got to be cool. Now he's going to be the cool black man. When it comes, I won't even know. I don't waste my time with it, he says. When it comes, I won't even notice. Truer words were never spoken. It's almost prophetic. You don't waste your time with it. And when it comes, meaning the threat, you won't even notice because you're not noticing it now. When it comes, I won't even notice. And Han just kind of indulges himself. Oh, yeah? How so? Because I'll be too busy looking good. That's not a stereotypical 135th Street Lenox Avenue line. You know, this is what you say to this guy who's low key threatening you, and you can't read that. Williams never comes to this realization, I feel. I'm not in New York or Chicago or wherever he comes from. I'm not in the hood. There ain't nobody else who look like me for several miles around. I'm probably the only black dude on the island. This guy, I'm getting a I don't like you vibe, sinister vibe from him. Apparently, he don't mind killing people because I just seen that a few minutes ago. This is not the time to do some kind of verbal repartee where I come out saying the coolest thing that possible. Not the time. Like I said, when it comes, he doesn't even notice, just like he says. I'll be too busy looking good. But notice the smooth way that segues into what Han really wants to say. Really wants to find out. What were you looking? Oh, yeah, partner? What were you looking for when you attacked my guards last night? Because remember, Hans got the report that was anybody outside? Well, the only one person we saw, boss, was the black dude. This isn't racism. It's a fact, and it's a reasonable assumption. If you're the only one I saw outside, then you must be the perpetrator. Okay? And Jim Kelly replies, I can understand he's surprised. I was outside, I admit it, but I wasn't the only one. Now Han is pissed off at this whole thing. He really wants to know. You got information? Just give me the information. You will tell me who else. This is the point where you know the verbal games are over. This guy was outside. You just found out, Jim. Here's how you read the room. You just found out that this guy don't mind killing people. People were just killed a few minutes ago, like I said, right in front of you and all the other guests. So he don't mind. He already told you at the beginning of all of this that he was pissed off that his guards performed his duties incompetently. You're the only suspect, that they have right now who did this. You claim to have information. Give up the information. I would have been singing like in a canary. Yo, Mr. Han is like this. I went outside to work out, after my nocturnal activities, and I never left. I really never left, the room. I was in the garden. Now I've got these five-year-old hoes. I was with 5-year-old girls. They each will attest to how long I've been there. And when you check out my story, my alibi, you'll find out that it doesn't fit the time frame of when your guards were attacked. That's all he had to do. Humility. Think. Read the room. And his character does none of that. Okay? And then it starts to escalate. Try to get through this, folks. You will tell me who else. Han says, sorry, I'm really sorry. Jim says, suddenly, Mr. Han, I'd like to leave your island. You came on a boat. This is his island. You are here now. You can't get off the island without his consent. He's got to call another boat to get you. You can't just say, I want to leave and get on the bus or get on the train. You're trapped. Read the room, Jim. But he doesn't. Suddenly, I'd like to leave your island. It isn't possible, which is the truth. Ain't possible now, especially. And he says the line that signs his death warrant. Bullshit, Mr. Handman. You can't disrespect me to this extent. Not on my island. Not to my face. So people come in there, and Jim Kelly just beats them all up, which is kind of cool considering that Jim Kelly is 6'3", tiny office, and he's throwing kicks to the head. That's when Ham stands up, hits this dude with this iron hand, and Jim Kelly says been practicing. He's defiant to the end. And that's when he just gets the beat down of his life. Probably the first beat down I think that Kelly's ever gotten. And then it just ends with him being, he gets beaten in a room full of drunk, I don't know who these women are, bunch of drunk broads on opium, hash, whatever, probably crack hash, meth, crystal meth, anything that you could smoke. That's what they're high on because they're actually laughing as a man gets beat to death in front of them. And being a black man where we have had a lot of violence perpetrated on us by authority figures. Even as a kid in '73, I found that image really disturbing. And the fact that you would have people laughing as a man is being beat to death right in front of them, that's indicative of the attitude that a lot of people of color often feel towards other people. They see what's happening to us. They see it broadcasted. They watch it like it's entertainment. And some may even laugh. I guess he deserved it. This hadn't happened yet, but you think about the poor man who, had the cop knee on him, on his neck, George Floyd, while people sit back and laugh. So it was disturbing for me at that point because around that time, I believe, there was a community leader in our neighborhood, Arthur Miller, the community activist, and was beat up and choked to death by, police officers for no other reason. So that's what's messed up about Enter the Dragon also. And when I'm sorry it took this somber tone. I wasn't meaning for this to happen, but it is what it is since I'm doing this broadcast live. Not for nothing, Jim Kelly didn't have too much to look forward to. Falsely accused of this, couldn't get out of it because of his arrogance, I feel, failure to read the room. And also, what would have happened to him had he got back to the States somehow? He was an enemy of the state, or at least the city. Jim Kelly had beaten up 2 cops. The cops could even have gone as far to say, hey, he even attacked us with a dog. Attacks on some more charges. Not only that, but he stole our vehicle. So what kind of life was Kelly gonna have had he found a way off of that island? I'm not sick. It's better that he died. But when he got back to the States, he would have wished probably that he was dead. Okay, this is about as serious as I'm going to get on these because we're supposed to be having fun and whimsical. But things like this are just a little too personal. That's all. That's why I hate Enter the Dragon. All right, in episode 9, we're going to be talking about John Saxon's interview with Han. And we're going to contrast the two. How to do an interview wrong, like this one, and how to do an interview right, like the one John Saxon has. Stay tuned. Hope you're enjoying this. Sorry about the coughing. Getting it over a cold. This is Elgin Subway Surfer Bowling, your creative caricature marketing consultant. Write in. Tell me what you think about this.